tonight's gameplay. We've got several things to get to, and we're going to begin with the situation out west, really. We've got the Lee family to address, okay? You guys have been talking about it right there in the chat already. Robert E. Lee is dead. That is the biggest headline, I would say. We have got to see who we have left. Who is left to avenge the death of the father, Robert E. Lee? We have some options perhaps there. We're going to have to check that one out, of course. We need to look at changing our approach in and around the Cumberland Gap. McClellan has been holding things up for Gideon Pillow and his Army of Tennessee for too damn long. We've made some moves. Albert Sydney Johnston is back. He's gathering forces near what we call Fort Kimball on the Tennessee River, west of Nashville. And west in Tennessee is just about where I intend to start with tonight. Of course, guys, don't forget, hit that thumbs up button if you like the stream. Hit the notification bell to find out when I drop the next video, stream, or VOD for you. And of course, do me a favor, take a little bit of time. Read the description below, okay? I do write a little bit of lore around each one of these streams to tell a little bit of a story as we continue with the gameplay. I love doing that. I love this game. Also, in the description is a link to become a member of the channel. $2 a month, $5 a month, recruit level, veteran level, or perhaps even $20 a month at grognard level if you want to go all the way. I appreciate everybody who chimes in tonight in the chat. In the saloon, we've already got quite a few. Yeah, I appreciate all of you guys. Let me get to my list here. Yeah, so we need to reconsider what we're doing out west right here. All right, so what we've been counting on is this siege to wrap on up. But our victory was in this area here. It is now slid to here. So coming up soon at the Battle of Fort Leasure, which has just been an ongoing siege thus far, really, it's probably going to be time for us to make an assault. And that will probably be the very first move we go ahead and make after we push play. However, I also want to take a look during pause for this scenario right here. The Department of the Cumberland, now commanded by Major General Albert Sydney Johnston. We are back in action with A.S. Jansen. The Army of the Ohio is who he faces off with, which recently took Fort Watkins. They have 14,000 men and 10 guns. We should, once we get all reinforcements in place, be up to close to their strength and have them outgunned most likely. We're going to have to see how we do here tonight. Yeah, I do hope, by the way, that we're not lagging tonight, okay? I do hope. And then when we push play right now, the very first thing I'm going to do is jump into my officers right here, right now, okay? We're going to go ahead. We're going to get all of our Army officers. Nobody. Okay, first of all, let's take a look, okay? Robert E. Lee confirmed dead. He is gone. Bragg, dead. Bonham, dead. Bartow, B. Jr., John Bell Hood, Henry Heath is dead. George Pickett, and a couple other fellas I'm sure that not many people know. Rains, Gabriel Rains, I believe folks know about him from the Battle of Murfreesboro, I do believe. But there you have it. Who is left in the Lee family? That's what I want to know. All right, so Fitzhugh Lee is missing in action, which means that he might actually come back. We'll have to see. By the way, do I need to make an adjustment right there? Yeah, I think so. I'm going to take care of that real quick. And this is Stephen D. Lee, of no relation. I don't know, perhaps a distant cousin, but he already commands a brigade in... does he command the Army of the Northwest? Question mark? I guess maybe so, with 2,700 men. But we do still have WHF Lee. That is who we're going to try and get into the action sooner rather than later. I don't believe he has a command right now. So let's see. Maybe we can pull some strings for the benefit of the Lee family. So PGT Beauregard's Reserve Corps here, let's say. I think old Ledbetter here could use a new brigade commander, question mark. Yeah, Chambliss wants to be reassigned to the cavalry. We will give him the opportunity, of course. Suitable rank. Lee. Let's go. Fitzhugh Lee is missing. William H.F. Lee can't do it. He doesn't have the right rank. It's lieutenant, I see. So let's promote him to major, to lieutenant colonel, to colonel. No? Okay. Well, we've done that anyway. The promotion has occurred, and I think that's good enough for me. Chambliss, can we replace him yet with Lee? Let's just triple check this thing, huh? Volunteers of suitable rank. Let's go volunteers, and then let's look for Lee right here. Nope, doesn't look like it. All right, Lee is suitable. No, doesn't look like it. Anybody in the chat want to talk to me about why Lee's not coming up? So, I don't know exactly how to get him in on all this. I wonder. Lee can't do it for some reason. No suitable commander selected. He's not suitable for some reason. He is a colonel. He is a volunteer. Weird. Okay. So WHF Lee, we're going to have to wait on that, I guess. And then I would say here, morning May 29th, Pillow is going to begin putting together his plans for the attack out that way. I think it's time. Pillow with 28,000 troops. And this is something to cover right here, right off of the bat, gentlemen, is we can get a little bit of intel about their army. So it looks like if we go into a battle right now, they'll have one brigade here that's going to be in rough shape. And these 4th Division troops will, I think, be a little bit battered and beaten. 16 cannons with far fewer cavalry, it would appear. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 divisions of troops. You've got 3 infantry brigades, some artillery. You have a division that's basically just all infantry, 4 infantry brigades. And then you've got a division, the 2nd, which is a mix of a tiny cavalry unit, 1 infantry brigade, and 2 artillery batteries. And then you have the 1st division, 3 infantry divisions, and an artillery battery. So that's, I think, kind of good to just know as we head into the assault that is going to happen right here. Boys, let's go. Let's go now. Has to be from the state of the brigade. Okay, got it. Got it, Ark. Thank you. That clears that up. That's since he's a volunteer. Okay, so we're going to have to find a Virginia brigade. You're going to have to find a Virginia brigade to put WHF Lee in. But we're going to get to all that after we do this right here, boys. Huh? Appreciate everybody for tuning in. The Battle of Fort Leasure will begin. Looks like a meeting engagement. Indeed. Same map that we had when McClellan retreated the last time. Excuse me. The Cumberland Gap. Indeed. Oh, we could have ourselves a real interesting fight here. Let's see what we got. Okay. Pillow with 1, 2, 3, 4 divisions. And, ooh. Oh, wow, they added some weathering to the paper, question mark? Huh. So, we've got them outnumbered by a good bit and outgunned, looks like we were looking at in the intel. So, we can be pretty aggressive here. Unfortunately, this is not a great map for flanking. what I'm thinking is there's a chance maybe we take up positions on Poor Valley Ridge and try to suck them in, but I just don't know. I just don't know about that one. Let's go ahead and get the Army laid out in any case. All right, first up will be Bushrods, boys. Let's go right up here. And let's just get in line. Lay it out that way. Have them be there. And Ruggles, I like him next. In line. Kind of right at the crossroad. And what else next? Zollicoffer. Yeah, he's been a division commander, useful division commander for us for some time now. Let's have him jump out on this road here. And by the way, what this will remind you of is you can kind of think of this game when it's in its deployments and the way you get troops set up, a little bit the same way you think of. I thought of this the other day is the game War Game European Escalation, and that whole series of games. You know how you basically just get your army on the map and put them on roads right off the bat. You can kind of treat it like that in this game too. COB to Robertson's Cavalry Brigade, which I think I'm going to put out on our right flank, question mark. Would it be better on the left? I mean, they're going to be coming through here, and it's really just one-way go, right at the victory location. So I'd say we probably have Robertson, just put him kind of right up here, and then we'll get them on the move out front. Hayes, scouts out. Dees, Morgan, scouts out. All right. And then you've got the reserve. Maury, he'll be here. And then Pegram will be here. And we'll have the artillery reserve limbered up. Here we go. Back to dog sitting for our man Cobalt. I want to try to get him on screen at some point. We'll see if we can make it happen. We will see. Throw them there. Anderson, let's have him go there. And Deering, let's have him go there. Pillow jumps out front of everybody right there. Or let's say he goes in the center. Okay, and you've got the army laid out on the roadway. The march will begin here. We're at 0300 of the morning of April. That's not right. It's not April 22nd. This would be back at the reason it says April 22nd here is that was the day that the siege started. Okay, so we are kind of playing with time a little bit here in game. We'll just have to deal with that. And then otherwise, I think that's the way we'll lay it out. Let's just make sure. Do we have perks that we can get assigned here? Check everybody. We got Henry Heath is dead, right? So shoot. All right. So we're going to have a kind of like a backup colonel heading up that brigade because we didn't deal with that. Alfred Cummings' brigade, same kind of thing. So this army is a little battered here. Not liking it, not loving it. I don't see any perks across the board here. Take a look all along the way, along the line, and I don't believe we have any anywhere. Okay, fine. We will push play instead. Wait, we got 14 points of entrenchments. And where are they entering the map from is a good question. So I am assuming that they're entering from up here, and indeed they're entering from right there, it looks like, here. And I don't see any other places where they are coming on or where they would. So it looks like this is the spot for them. And it's just going to be a race for the most part now that we've got a meeting engagement. It's just going to be a race to the 10-point objective. And we kind of, I think we pretty much just want to win that race. We'll worry about the battle line when we get there. For now, we're push and play and we're doing this thing. Robertson gets his orders. Him and his cav are going to come out, and we're just going to go boop right there. Okay, and then Johnson and his division. We will have them. Let's see if we can force a crossing with him and take the objective. Let's see if we can do it. Like that. All right. And Ruggles would be next. We'll give it a second, though. We'll go 5 times and let this thing play out a little bit. Marching toward victory, boys. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, so lovely to be back in stream here tonight. Back in the saloon with all you gents. Got the Mason jar and a beer in hand tonight, boys. Very psyched, very psyched. Starting at 03:30 hours. These boys know how to get up early for the fight. We'll go, no, not there. Cav's already going there. Ruggles, he's going to go here like this. He'll get those orders pretty quickly. Hardy, meanwhile, Hardy is going to move to here like this. We're just going to have kind of a column on the road there. And Zollicoffer, we'll go ahead and have him take the Wilderness Road. Is there a trail up? No. Okay. And he will go... No, not that way. He will go to here first. So we'll just do something kind of interesting there. Just do a little, something interesting, fun. Mix it up. Do something that, is a little LARPy with it. Okay. Do hope everybody can tolerate a little bit of LARP from your boy. Okay, the Corps Reserve Artillery, I would say we just park right about there. That is Anderson. Walker's next. Right about there. And then we've got the next man, Deering. And his 24-pounders right there. All right, so now we've just about got all the Army on the move. And you can see how we're going to do this thing here. Imagine we'll have ourselves a okay, well, there they are. There they are. Ark, Wilson, Beeper, all you boys. Really good to see y'all here. Really good. Okay, we need to take bush rods, boys. And we need to put them into a screen. Then we need to take these guys and get them into an evade. With Robertson, boom. Let's go ×2. Robinson's going good. Robinson's going good. Zollicoffer side march across the field, fine. This Cav, let's bring them here for starters, except I don't like them going that way. Let's go there with them. We'll have to guard. Another LARPy thing is to guard the supply link back with somebody. And here they come over the top of the hill. McClellan going to face off with us in this heavily wooded terrain. This massive mountain up here. I would imagine he grabs the objective and sits tight. I wonder how this thing's going to develop. This could be one of those that like goes a different way than we might have expected. Okay, they're forming up. We're going to get Robertson. And we're going to have him in a screen just while he's up here. Okay, McClellan's going to line his whole army up right around here. He's going to have this hill to play with. This could be tough. Davis's branch. Looks like we may have a fight develop there. May end up having to find a flank. Definitely not looking to get super aggressive with my cavalry here. I would say we at least want to just position ourselves kind of to protect that area there. Kind of right here. And then, yeah, right there. So let's stay mounted with them. Let's get these scouts out. Let's go, let's go, let's go. See them taking the point. And we're looking at a minor victory, though. So what we'll want to do is launch, I think, a massive infantry assault right through here is what I think we're going to want to do. And then probably have Johnson set himself up. Let's go ahead, stop. We're going to have him set up on this ridge line here for starters. You know, what we're going to have to do, I think, is just get the battle kind of underway. Let's dismount. In loose order. Same with you boys. All right, good. Robertson, rally if you need to. And he's on a screen, right? All right, Johnson, we're going to set you up now, right here. Boom. They'll get off the road and they'll go. We'll have our reserve artillery up. So they have more troops at the spot than we do. I don't see it. There really isn't a way for us to flank. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. Ruggles, okay. We're going to have him set up on the right side of the road, on the other side. And he'll be kind of, this is rough terrain, boys. I'd say he's kind of, there's a bluff there. I would say he's kind of here. But by the time we get him there, it's going to change. Hardy comes up. He stays where he's going to be there, I think. We got them. Pegram. Let's have Pegram come up to here. Zollikoffer's on his way. I think we'll bring him forward to here. All right. I think most of his troops will follow the route I want them to. We'll just have to see. All right, here they go. Enemy artillery opening up. We got our mixed cavalry weapons. So Robertson's cavalry first in contact, being reinforced by Bushrod's boys and the reserve artillery too. So let's see what we get here with Wolford and Long. Okay, this should be Walker. Good. Let's have him come up here. Go, go, go. Double time. Go, go, go. Got these troops coming. Here they come. Here they come. Hit them. Let's back into the woods right here. Fall back. All right, here you got D's troops going to come forward and fight with these Yankees right here. Not going to try to get ourselves in too much trouble. He's going to fall back pretty much immediately. Maybe he gets some help right there. So it looks like McClellan is going to crowd his army down around the objective right here. All right, here we go. Yeah, boys. Onward and upward toward victory. Okay, we'll need Pillow to get himself further forward right here. Double time, my man. Always love it when we get a little history discussion in the chat. Whew, D's is under some heavy fire right there. We're just going to take these cavalry and I think kind of pull back up along the ridge here. D. Rosie with his Springfield muskets put some troops out. We did not upgrade the weapons in this army, it looks like. Gosh darn it. Quite all right, since we'll have the upslope. Quite all right. Good fallback here. Good fallback right here. These guys, we're going to keep them honest right there. Let's halt. Likely they can tell we have infantry in now. Here we go. So, looks to me like they have an opportunity to turn this flank of mine here if they want. So Ruggles, for sure, I want to get himself. I want to bring him here. I think kind of here. He will run up that way. And then the rest of our artillery under Deering. So these boys on limber. And then let's move out to here. All right. And then Deering's guns. Where are those? Boom. Let's bring them down. Let's bring them down to here. It'll be a little bit of a cluster in here, it looks like. Getting text messages from IRL. Always got to deal with that. Okay, so we did have a cousin of Robert E. Lee in Stephen E. Lee. Okay, got it. All right, well, representing the Lee family, right? Very good. Hardee's division. Okay, Ruggles, I think, actually is going to stay back where I was going to put him. So let's have, so Deering goes there. Walker is there. Good. Then Hardee's division. They've got new rifles, I think. Okay, Hardee, I think we need him to gather into double line. And then go up the slope of this to here. We'll see how that all works. And you see, you got a clump. You got an AI clump. That's the, they're going to go with the clump strategy on this one. Let's back it on up. Back it on up. They're going to go kind of one brigade at a time out of the clump. We are opening up here. Good. And here. Fantastic. Alrighty. Go ahead. Stop. I think they're in a good spot. Let's have these guns line up right over here. Go, go, go. We're going to try to just get a line formed on the hill. Yeah, right. We're opening up with these guns here. Let's have the cav kind of form the flank as it stands right here. Let's fall back, fall back, fall back, fall back. Okay, Robertson, where are you at? He rides up here. He's out of his screen. He doesn't need to be in that no more. All right. These guns are going to double time forward. We're going to try to get the Army in a good spot right here. Get them engaged along this front as both kind of approach the victory location along this one roadway. And battle commences. Battle commences. Cheers, boys. Early in the morning, 5:30 a.m. I think we're glitching a little bit with some of this stuff, but I don't care. I don't care. Zollicoffer. Here they come. Hardy. Still want him going right here. About there. Go, go, go. All right, now let's have some skirmishers deploy. Oh, God, our brigades are too small here. All right, there's that. You got Ruggles' division here with his brigades and his cavalry that could fold up. I'll tell you what, it probably would behoove us anyway to get his troops across the creek, a couple of his brigades. Like so. And that way they can be prepared maybe with Zollicoffer to take this ridge line here and then advance. If they're going to clump, by God, we will take advantage of their clump. Okay, falling back to here. Good, 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 good. Fantastic. All right, now these boys mount up. And we're going to move them up the way here. And they'll take a position right here. Go. Double time. Here we go, boys. If I were to flank, it really would have to be, you know, tight. I couldn't do a wide arcing flanking maneuver. I'm pretty sure that wouldn't work out so well for us here. Okay, Zollicoffer. His troops. I think we're going to bring them. We'll bring them here in the rear. He'll kind of become the reserve, and then he'll likely form up over this way. And we'll want to obviously unlimber with these guns so that they can actually shoot. They were taking maybe a little casualties there. Oof, yeah, 2 casualties. Come on, double quick time. Go, go, go. No, no, no. Go right there. Okay. It's going to take a minute. All right, so we're starting off early. No need to get into a big rush to attack here. What are we looking at? Okay, we still got a minor victory working. Right, both armies just getting themselves in position. It's almost, it's got a feel of, you know, South Mountain to it. A little bit. All right, Pillow. Pillow is going to get a little closer. Ah, here. They notice me over here. Here's this Demi brigade with one infantry brigade and one small cavalry brigade. So that division, they've got 2 artillery batteries over there. We could capture those guns with these 2 brigades. Might have ourselves a little mission in that regard. Let's send these skirmishers forward. Get them. Oh, okay. I guess not. Very well. Not going to happen. Well, I want to get up against this stream bed if they'll let me, but it sounds like not. Okay, so Johnson, let's get him off of his screen for now. And the battle shall continue. Let's get these plains rifles going. We'll just start messing with them a little bit here. All right. And start, I think I might like to start teasing them here. In one way or another. Send 1 or 2, 3 brigades from the line to start pushing out that way. Walker's Cav. Let's go ahead and let's dismount. There'll be the flank up here. Our center advances just a bit. Unlimber. And then once our guns get going, I want to believe we're going to have them in a tough spot. See, because we can fire right down the length of this right here. I might have to consider an offensive on my left. Yeah, unfortunately, Jackson is out o' commission. Okay, we need to actually, let's get skirmishers up. Let's get skirmishers up again right here. Jackson has been out wounded since the very beginning of the campaign this whole time. Very first battle, we sent him forward. If you want to look at that stream, you can go back and check it out in the lives tab of the channel. But Jackson pushed forward aggressively like Jackson would, and he got himself badly wounded. And he's so badly wounded. Somebody's talking about how he might have lost his facilities entirely. So we got some skirmishers up here from these 2 brigades. We're going to put a picket line forward right there on the ridge. And we're going to bother these Yankees as they try to sort themselves out on our right flank, their left. This is where I think they would push from if they did it. Let's go ahead. Stay long range. Good. Line looks good. Artillery in the center. You got Hardee's massive division. That's 8,400 troops right there. Kind of got to match strength with strength a little bit. One of us is going to have to attack at some point, I believe. Here they come. Or here we come. Let's go ahead and get after this battery right here, huh? Let's skirmish them out of there. Do the same with these boys. Yeah. From the little high ground there, I'd say it probably behoove us to bring the whole brigade forward up there. Let's go. I believe these are Ruggles troops. Let's have Ruggles come on over here and help these boys go. We got the Battle of Cumberland Gap. I think that's what we're calling this. No, the Battle of Fort Leasure officially. This is the field battle. Maybe we'll get more points to use for entrenchment construction. That sure would be nice. Posey's boys and their plains rifles. We're going to go ahead and mount this ridge and get into the firefight with the enemy coming up on this side. I think we'll just establish ourselves on this ridge right here as kind of an area to hold over the enemy's flank. Let's bring the cavalry forward to here. Let's have Zollicoffer ready with his division. You know, it's pretty obvious to me we're going to put him here. No. First, we're going to form him into double line. Then Hardee and his division is going to jump into this section of the line and use this area of ridge line here. Like that. All right, this cav will mount up. We will move to here. This cav will mount up. And we will move also to right about here. All right, Robertson. Bingo. You can see how we look here. We got one reserve division back there. I like that the AI is at least doing that. That's good to see. Let's go ahead and bring these boys forward if they'll go. Come on. This looks pretty good here with Ruggles' troops. Fantastic. Get on down there. Now I wonder if we got some guns up here, if we would be able to see down to shoot them. Let's take Ruggles' 6-pound field guns and find out. Limber them. Bring them. On the double quick. Go. And we'll just kind of feel things out a little bit as we enter the early morning period. Fire has been underway. Cannon fire and some light small arms action through the pre-dawn and dawn hours. Here we go into the main action. Looks like. Hayes gets over to the right spot very well. Let's take Morgan and let's just kind of shift him a bit. We'll say, I don't know, it's from a LARP perspective, he's kind of stuck where he is. I think what we should do, actually, let's just detach him, right? Maury and the rest of the reserve cav can come forward. Pegram as well, just like that. Now Zollicoffer's in his double line. We're going to bring him right here. Form up the rest of the line, boys. Get to it. Do we have a target here? I don't think so. We do here. We did manage to drive them off a little bit. Stevens Brigade with their plains rifles. I wonder if we couldn't go ahead and just build some breastworks with him. Get to it, boys. And maybe build some more with these boys here. You're always looking to dig in, man. And they'll be worried about this flank over here, I'm sure of it. I am certain. They'll probably do something about it with that reserve division right there. But the Yankee AI is in a little bit of a tough spot. No doubt about it. So I don't see. That's just it. This spot is not a great one for flanking in general. Here's Ruggles' troops engaged with this one huge Yankee brigade. Wow. We're firing down with our skirmishers only. We don't even need the main brigades right now. Fantastic. Gotta love that. Okay, we got these guns up. Let's unlimber. And yeah, sure enough, we can see up here. Fantastic. 6 cannon and 1 battery will be right there on the ridge line, kind of at the edge of the ridge. Good, good, good. Tactics. We're going to build our entrenchments along this part of the line here. Ruggles will continue applying pressure on the right flank. Gideon Pillow. He's hoping he can get the best of McClellan here for good, at least for a good long while. Do we have... Yeah, we've got another brigade that could throw up some breastworks, so why don't we just do it? Let's go you to there. No. I am a little OCD when it comes to this stuff. Yeah, there we go. Right along there like that. Boom. Okay. I do like the way this is looking in general. We're getting the troops lined out. I think we'll be able to continue building breastworks on this left side. I think Hardee, from his position here, I think Hardee's division is going to lead an attack. He's new. See, these troops, these are all big brigades. It's not their first battle, but I think Hardee ends up making a big attack for us as we continue pressuring over here like you're talking about. I think once I see them shifting troops this way to try and counter this, or to try to shift troops over and attack these guns, let's say, I think that's... Okay, I guess we can't see from here, huh? So what if we try to go... What if we just try to go boom? There we go, yeah, let them have it. We'll bring some artillery up to help out right here. Fantastic. Then you got this infantry brigade that's going to be having a hard time. I don't want to put pressure... I want Hardee to be in position here before I actually start putting real pressure on that side. Part of the fun in dealing with the AI clumping, I would say, is you have enough time to kind of set up your ideal tactical position, your ideal, breastworks and entrenchments. You have time to set up the ideal attack. Plenty of the time, especially when you have a low initiative AI general on your hands. Let's shoot at that battery instead. Let's have this brigade get right up here. Get formed up, boys. And I'm going to see if we can fire down from here with our Springfield muskets. Usually when you've got those obsolete guns, rifles, and you're atop a high rise, you can usually get them, you can get a little more range that way. And so that'll help. We'll advance. See, these Yanks really haven't even been shooting at us. We will advance a little further with Brown's troops here. And put a little pressure on here. Not a lot, but a little. All right. And then you got Zolikofer forming up here. Hardee on the left. We'll have ourselves a battle line, gentlemen. This is nice. Cohesion is terrible. So Hardy is going to have to chill for a bit. I would also say we could and should probably build some entrenchments kind of right in here. And maybe some more right up here too. Let's see here. I'd say we take this cavalry. Let's mount them up. Let's form up like this. Let's kind of bring them down and around on a double time. Through the woods, boys, and down the ridge. We're going to use them to build a little breastwork redoubt around these guns here. And then this cavalry will do the same thing down this way. Cav can use the old pickaxe and spade just as well as anything, boys. Yeah, so they've got Lorenz's here and here. We've got Springfield rifle muskets, the Augustins. So those are, you know, this is a fairly well-armed division of troops right here. Fairly well-armed. Hardy's division is going to be tough to stop, I think. Now, the attack across the open ground at the actual victory location probably is going to require the help of Ruggles and Zollicoffer over here, I'm guessing. Here we go. We are able to hit them from long range up the slope, it looks like. Let's go ahead, put skirmishers back out again. They'll open up. Ready. Fire. Perfect. Now, lay down. Fire. And we'll have Brown's brigade on the flank over here. Trying to drive on these Yankees. Ooh, I think we're dropping some bodies there, boys. Fantastic, fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and have these guys fire down on that infantry now. Advance. They've got plains rifles. Let's get the rest of the brigade up. Why not? Ruggles over here directing it all. Brown down in a hot fight near the bottom of the slope. But it looks like they're probably going to be doing pretty well there. Boys. Let's advance to where our skirmishers are. Go. And we'll see if we can drive these guys off. If we can break them, I think they're going to have to react with this other division back here. There they go. They're going to fall back now. Go, go, go. You got these boys. Fire on them there. Okay, let's dismount with the cav. Let's get going with this breastwork idea here. Kind of right in here. Bonk. Let's bring our skirmishers back from Brown. And let's keep the advance going. We want to just try to just keep the pressure on a little bit over here. As they move across this side, looks like. Skirmisher fire. Yes, down the hill and through the woods. Indeed. Yes, sir. Okay, dismounting. And then we're going to build some more breastworks. That kind of... Oh, shoot. Okay, we lost. Ah, dang it. Okay, we're going to have to do it like this. We're going to have to give these guns, get them back. Fall back. These boys here, send some troops. And let's go these boys back here since we won't probably need their skirmishers as much. Send some troops and recapture those guns. Gonna have a little pressure on their left flank now. Look at Brown's brigade doing pretty well over here. He's gonna chew up their cavalry unit. Let's advance. Let's advance. Looks good, looks good. Like the look of this battlefront. Do like the look of this battlefront. You know, it's got a LARPy feel to it. It feels real. Let's go double time with these artillery crews here. The mock-up artillery crews. We're going to fall back to the breastworks right there. And we're going to move... okay, those aren't quite built yet. These guns, they could move forward to the breastworks right here. Hopefully that doesn't inhibit their sight. And this is something that I would comment on as it relates to the my play style. Is I do try to, in a way, kind of help the AI. And I do take my time. We do have all day to win this sucker in real life, right? So we're not necessarily in any huge hurry to get the win. Can't do skirmishers, huh? Let's lay down. Brown's brigade has done well over here. Let's go. Fire. Okay, he's going to bring them back. Fine. We'll have artillery up there to deal with. No big deal. Building these breastworks. Building these good. We've got this gun back. Excellent. Impotent. 4 cannon. Bring them back right here. Double time. Then we'll have this covered, right? That's what you want. These guns. Right up there. Right here. Boom. Excellent. All right, this is looking pretty good. Laid this out fairly well. Okay, then the brigade here will get their skirmishers back. We'll want to deploy some more. Oh my God. Oh, never mind. Off they go. Let's go ahead and capture those guns, though, huh? I think we've got some other ones that we can capture over here. Right? Right there. Boom. Excellent. So let's take those cannon. Be methodical about this, gentlemen. Got to be methodical. Got a little skirmisher action over here on the left, center left. Excellent. We are live. We are live tonight, boys. We are live. You better believe it. Okay, I'd say Zollicoffer's division is just about ready to follow Ruggles' troops up to the ridge. Boom. Summit that sucker. Right there. I think these cannons stay put. These 2 brigades here and here stay put. All right, Zollicoffer stays kind of right back here. This brigade right here will fit in nicely here. And this brigade fits in kind of right here. Right? Very good, very good. All right, we're looking pretty good over here. That Yankee brigade that's left over looks like they're going to guard those guns. Okay, okay. Mm-hmm. Just kind of picking and prodding and poking across the line here. There you go. Excellent. These boys just about done with their planes rifles. Good. Keep those boys on the breastworks there. I'll tell you what, we could have these guys continue helping to build these with the cavalry right there. That would be cool. All right, now this artillery can take up a spot right there. Here comes Posey's detachment. Mm. Mm. Yeah, hey, I appreciate that. I got somebody in the chat talking about how I'm helping inspire them to play this game, this great, great game. So, look, man, you have found, I would say, the best Civil War campaign game that there has ever been made. Here we go. Let's see if we can take this thing and get it out of here. This is probably Napoleon. Yikes. Get out. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Nasty volley comes in. We're probably going to be able to pull that gun out, though. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and fall back up to the ridge right there. We're going to bring all those guns to this position here. Finish up these breastworks. We've got these guns banging away down from the breastworks up here. Daggum. Here, let's put those there. McClellan is going to be wishing he had not stayed. As Longstreet would have said in the movie Gettysburg, Tom Berenger's Longstreet, we'll make him sorry he stayed. We'll make him sorry he stayed over here in Eastern Tennessee, by God. Here you see the map image. See, you know, that looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. Looks realistic-ish. I don't think we made it out with these. Nope. There they are. Shoot skis. Well, that's all right. That's quite all right. Zollicoffer's troops here will lay down in back. We'll go ahead and take Imboden's troops and bring them up against the stream bed. I think we ought to take these cannon, 3 24-pound howitzers, and let's try to get them up here. That'll probably take all damn day. We shall see. Let's go ahead and limber them up and do it. Off we go. And then Zollicoffer comes up kind of near where Ruggles was. Ruggles will stand in front. Zollicoffer's troops behind. Finish up the breastworks all across the field and then kind of decide how we're going to continue to prosecute this day. I would say we cross with the cav here and here for starters. Robertson, you have orders, sir, to mess around with their right flank. McClellan just crowding it all up here with his reserve division, hanging tight. And then this right here is the anchor of our right flank. I don't think they're not going to be able to move unobserved in front of me to flank me, so we'll be good there. Stonewall's still out. Stonewall is still out, man. It's unfortunate. It is. Yeah, I know everybody's been missing the live streams, dude. Hey, believe me. Look, I was in the middle of a cool family trip. There's no doubt about that, and I really had a great time visiting all kinds of different places. We had like a cross-country road trip, man. Fantastic stuff. And the entire time, couldn't wait to get back at it here, man. Couldn't wait to do it. Very, very glad I was able to make it back here with you guys. Now, what I might like to do here is a mid to late day assault using Zollicoffer and Ruggles troops for starters. Put pressure on here and get them engaged with me here. And then attack from the left once they get themselves distracted this way. Attack from the left with Hardee, Robertson's Cav in support. You can see they're going to push Geary out. Ah, they already had him. Okay, got it. Got it. All of our breastworks are finished. Just about. Okay, except for that one little section there. They're going to send a crew out to try to grab those guns. We ought to not let them either. We'll fire down on them with our planes rifles, huh? That'll work. We got these cannon up here that'll hit them too, I'm sure. Here these guys go. Up the slope. Whitfield's troops. Captain Whitfield. Zollicoffer and his boys. Moving forward. Did I talk my family's ears off about the Civil War in the car? I get into conversations with my dad from time to time, but I usually try to reserve those for when it's just me and him. So, no. we talked about other things. I spare the ladies. I spare the ladies every chance I can when it comes to grognard commentary and grognard topicality. The women, they don't care so much about this stuff, eh? Not many, anyway. Let's lay down with these boys. All right, so let's go 2 times here. Let's go 2 times and let's hold the line. Let's finish up the breastworks on this side right here and up here. And then I think what I'm going to do, let's slow it back down and let's make these orders. So we're going to go Posey, Brown, Butler, Gladden, and Imboden are going to attack from the right. And we're going to just go screaming through these woods down on their flank over here, which I believe they've got that reserve division here. We'll attack basically toward it, right? And we're just going to put pressure on, put pressure on, put pressure on. And Imboden, what may happen is that he jumps in and he wheels this way, and he starts directing pressure this way along with the cavalry that we have here dismounted, is what it'll end up being. Then, once that kind of takes hold and they start reacting to that, or they look like they're moving one way or another as it relates to that attack, we'll probably unleash Hardee on this side and get after it. You know, I've been trying to get Daddy Banks on. I had some ideas about how to include. He's got himself an online gamer, you know, handle and everything. Ooh, here we go. And so I would be really interested to try to get him included somehow. That's for sure. Boom. think we'll be able to hit him from up here. All right, so here's what we shall do is, with these troops, we will attack at 12:30. These troops, same thing. All right, these boys will follow them. Here and here. Microing it. And then at 12, we'll say that these guys go at 12:45. Like that. And you'll have Zollicoffer's troops helping out. Now his last brigade under Barton, let's go ahead and bring him forward to here, and then he'll join in the attack once we get there. We'll go ×2. Let this thing just kind of run. We're going to be methodical, boys. Yeah, he can play War of Rights. That'd be fun. Get Dad in on War of Rights. That'd be a blast. I think Pillow might be able to outfox McClellan. I feel confident. You've got all these troops, though. Oh, we're doing good killing artillerymen here, looks like. Yeah, a bunch of counter battery fire. Fantastic. Good deal, good deal. Be waiting just a little while. I'm going to slow it down. Okay, we're about halfway through. I think we'll be seeing the key engagement coming soon. This was all in preparation for the big attack. Most likely. I think that's most likely what we're going to have here. Okay, this cavalry's done building these breastworks right here. Wheat's guns right there, good. And Brown's guns right here. 3-inch ordnance rifles. Fantastic. How about we flip them that way and start shooting? How about these guys start shooting here? Good. Okay, so we're able to see here with our Lorenz rifles down the ridge. That's good, having a brigade right there. Good deal. Oh, no, we lost some guys there. Shoot. All right, let's recall skirmishers. And let's put new troops on those guns. Kind of don't have a choice. Dadgummit. And so our plan will go off hopefully without a hitch. I know. That's the Great Raid of 1862, right, for the Confederacy. I love the alternate history that we're putting together with that Indian raiding out west. Believe that there's a chance that all may be coming to an end here. We'll have to see about that. I tell you what, we're going to let this thing roll for just a little bit while I top off the old mason jar and a beer. Take a break at the banyo. I'll let you guys watch as this continues. If there's an attack that comes at me, then, you know, hey, that'll be that. Turtle Dove book reference. He does some great alternate history, by the way, for those that don't already know. Okay, let's go to 5 times, 2 times rather. Let's have skirmishers out. Oh, they've already got troops out for cannons, right? And we're really just waiting on this attack to get underway. And then we'll be in some dirty business. We won't be using the entire army for this. Would love to scoop up these guns along the way if we can, of course. But over here, Ruggles. See, this is Cummings' brigade. I feel like he should, say, come through like right here. Let's go ahead and just have him go. It's part of Ruggles' division. So keeping these boys kind of out of the fight with Heath, I think, is going to be kind of important. He's dead. And by the way, was it Phil Carney who was... I think it was Phil Carney who was making so much progress for the AI Yanks over outside of Nashville. I think that's who that is. Over here, it's been McClellan. It's me stubbing my toe on it, on his army. All right, so we've got this whole area covered now. The flank is pretty well secure. They could try attacking up this way, but I think I got them there. Let's have Walker's cab just reposition a little bit. Yeah, there they go. Trying to grab those guns again. Uh-huh. They're going to try to drag those guns off. I don't think they're going to be able to do it, though. There's going to be an ongoing, like, back and forth. Who's going to be the ones to take those guns? Who will win them? Helica, yeah. So that, I think that was Carney, yeah, right? I think you're right. Oh, snap. Okay, these guys are off of their attack order now. So let's go ahead and let's just reissue it. It was 12:28. That'll be good. Probably using up a lot of ammo here. Yep. And yep. There too. See, what you want to do is you want to try to destroy the other side's army. That's what you want to try to do. Hardy's division, Ruggles, Zollicoffer, those are the three divisions that can make it happen. Bushrod Johnson's division, unfortunately, I think is just not. It's going to be a reserve, not going to be quite as reliable. I do not believe. What do we got? Still working a minor victory, right? Even though we are on the attack. They still got troops out on these guns. Fantastic. See what this does? Waiting like this, it gives these brigades a little time to rest before they get into major action there. Let's take these cav troopers, and perhaps we scale these heights with them too. At least some of them. Here. Let's bring the other ones up here. Have those guns be there. These boys lay down. Just little bits and bobs around the line. Let's go ahead and advance down with some skirmishers right here. Unless, I guess they're not going to be allowed to do that. All right, fine. Stand up. Open up. Well, yeah, that's why skirmishers are kind of OP. But I do think actually that a minimal amount of ammunition gets soaked up from your skirmishers when you do it. I do think a minimal amount. Now I think, but does that, and I'm wondering too, if it does not also work the other way for the AI when they have their skirmishers out and you don't? Like their ammo isn't being used at as high a rate. You got Barton's troops here in a pretty heavy fight with some of these Yankee skirmishers keep moving out to test this part of the line. We can't put skirmishers out because we've already got troops on cannons, but looks like we're able to fend these guys off pretty well. Lost 100 troops though. Okay, off they go. Off they go. All right. Hey, thank you, Justin. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being here too. You are the best. Of course, everybody who is in tonight, don't forget, hit that thumbs up button for me. Subscribe to the channel. It's Alternate History Game with me, Bank60s, your humble and gracious player host. Civil War is what we've been doing. Grand Tactician is what we like. The Napoleonic Wars is coming before we know it, I'm sure. So you better believe we're going to be writing some alternate history storylines with that gameplay when it happens too. Guys, I could not be looking forward to an entertainment product more than that and maybe Grand Theft Auto. Grand Tactician and Grand Theft Auto. Here we go. Half an hour now until the lunchtime assault. Artillery having done the work that it could do. Soon we'll be asked to assist over here, really. It's the only place they'll be able to. Cumming got wounded somehow. Sheesh! Cumming was briefly in contact. Oh, maybe I think he was already wounded. Never mind. Let's go ahead and let's do that. Let's get Cumming engaged again. All right, he can start kind of teasing those guys a little bit while the attack gets underway. Dismount. Loose order. They have one division. That's their big 4 infantry brigade division that's in the center right there. Then this is one that's got 3 infantry brigades, 1 artillery. All right, we'll be able to fire down on them. Good. Soon, the attack will be underway. And this battle will get real. What I always have to say when people ask me about, why this game is kind of like I believe in what these devs are trying to do. They're making games for history nerds, and so this game's not perfect. You see people commenting that in my video review of this game and the coverage of the Napoleonic game, and talking about the Civil War product. They need to come back around. They need to work on it. This game's not perfect. It isn't. But for groggy nerds like me, man, there is just nothing better. And I believe that they're going to do the very same thing with the Napoleonic game that they're coming out with. Seems like they will keep a fair degree of the complexity. Seems that way. Here we go. There's a new army management video out. I did want to go and do kind of a reaction on that. We'll see. We'll see what we can put together there. Here we go. Oh, snap. Okay. Posey mistranslated his orders. So he's going to have to let Butler's brigade pass through. And then Butler's going to come down here and open fire. Let's get some skirmishers out from him. Let's do it with Brown out on the edge. Gladden on the move. Now Posey. Let's see if maybe Posey can't come in behind. Kind of join the line. Let's go. The rebel yell goes out as the skirmishers rush forward with the rest of the brigade behind. And open up, boys. There we go. Now advance. Start putting pressure on here. Advance. Keep it coming. Not like that. That's ugly. I don't like ugly. Right? Okay, now Cummings Brigade. Right there. And let's just kind of move down the hill at him a little bit here. All right, Imboden should be coming forward soon. There he is. His Springfield muskets. Zollicoffer watching it all go forward from here, along with Ruggles. We'll bring them side by side. Little RP, little RP, little RP. It's a grand-looking assault, boys. And then we will also roll these guns down. Double time. This cav follows kind of right there. And yeah, we'll be advancing. Perfect. Posey. I want to get them. So what we'll do is we'll get back in a position to open fire with these boys. Posey is going to go right here. Charge move there, boys. Go. All right, good. Ruggles. Let's get up in here. The pressure is on over this way. We're making them fall back pretty quickly over here. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Keep advancing, keep advancing, keep advancing, boys. Keep advancing. Just keep that fire up. There we go, we're double timing in here. Excellent. Put some troops on those cannons. Bring these. And we'll have them snookered. Wouldn't be surprised to see this division launch itself forward. We'll see. Keep advancing, keep advancing. You got this one Union brigade out on their flank here. It's going to be in a bad way. It's looking pretty good. They keep pushing skirmishers out on my left. Here we go, here we go. I like that. Grand Theft Amish. Grand Theft Amish? Yes, sir. Keep pushing them. There we go. You got Brown on the flank out there. He's going to put down some bodies. Good, good, good. Okay, we want these boys to advance here and here. Come on. Yep, right there like that. Make space for Imboden's troops who are going to be coming in here. Very good. Got these guns. Come on, come on, come on. Did we take them? Yes, sir. Now these guns are going to go right here. As the attack continues. On the right. Advance. Yes, advance. Posey. I think we're just going to let these guys keep doing the work up here in front of us. And we'll have these boys follow. And we'll have Zollicoffer join his troops down here as we keep rolling them up. Here they go. They're reacting. At least with 2 brigades, looks like. So let's put Hardee on his warpath. His division will move out and attack from this side. Let's go, boys. There we go, there we go. Broke him over here. Yes, okay, good deal. So let's take this little bit of high ground right here, and we'll use Posey to do it. Right up this way. Send him there. Okay, Imboden's taking some time to get himself set. It's all right. And then we're going to extend the line out to the creek bed here. Just like this. Butler's brigade. We're going to push to this side of the rise and try to kind of hold a line against these Yanks down here. Bring those boys up. Should start to see Hardee's boys coming out of the woods out there soon enough. Got our guns continuing along the breastworks. The Battle of Fort Leasure and the Cumberland Gap. Here we go, gentlemen. Looking pretty good. Oh, here we go. Okay, they turned a good portion of that division to face. We are able to fire on them, it looks like. Fantastic. I would say now we get back out into line and we double time it up here, boys. Let's go. Okay, Ruggles with his troops, and now Imboden comes forward to here. Go. Double time, they are winded. Okay, we won't necessarily, I don't think we'll send them right into the fight, but here we go. A couple of units with plains rifles. Here, Barton firing down. Let's go ahead and lay down with him. And also with Cummings' brigade. They'll still be able to shoot. All right, these Cav, mount up. We're going to ride down behind. Okay. These guns right here. Advance. Okay, we'll have them on the flank right there. These Cav, boom. Keep pressure up, boys. Keep pressure up. I think eventually, yes, that there will be. What I believe is that the guys at Grand Engineer Corps are going to just focus on the French versus Austrian stuff, and also the Piedmontese, and everything that made up the early part of the Italian campaign. I don't know if they're going to get the entire Italian campaign out. I'm not sure. But this is a pretty good little battle line right here. McClellan in a tight spot. We broke a brigade. Those must be new troops. Advance. Lorenz's. Absolutely. We're looking pretty good now. We may not even really need Hardy. Let's have these Cav run out. Let's have these Cav come out here. Right here and right here. With Robertson nearby. This is looking pretty good, gentlemen. We're going to have skirmishers out here if we can. Boom. Here and here. Nice looking attack over here. Nice looking attack. Advancing. We've got this high ground now. Let's go, let's go. The knoll. Oh, yeah, boy. Ooh, yeah, boy. Okay, we're pushing them there. Very good, very good. Now, let's start rolling some guns out. These boys. Go, go, go. Go. Advance. These guns can stay doing what they're doing. And then here's a nice look at the battlefront as it advances on this side. Very good. Pillow. I think Pillow's army is going to have another glorious victory on its hands here. It sure looks that way right now. Imboden comes forward. At the double quick. Ruggles' troops are doing fantastic. Ruggles' division, once again, I should say, I think it was Ruggles' brigade, then he got himself promoted. That was at another one of the battles in Kentucky earlier on in the campaign. Now Ruggles' division is doing very well. Let's advance here and here. Start putting 2-on-1, 3-on-1 pressure on this infantry, this Yankee infantry brigade out here. We're already doing it with skirmishers. We already broke one of theirs. Excellent. More of their troops breaking. And Hardy repositioning his troops, it looks like. Hardy, let's have you go, man. Go, go, go. The order will come out from Pillow as Ruggles and Zollicoffer's attack continues on this side. It's kind of it's petering out a little bit. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Go. Let's charge in with our Cavs, see if we can't take out some of these boys. Since we have them out here, Robertson's Cav under Hayes and D's both. We're going to see if we can't take some prisoners back here, by God. Rally. We might have ourselves a tough time here. We'll see. Here we go, here we go. Bring the scouts in. We don't need them. Take them. There we go. Open fire. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good start. That's a good start. Cold steel. Cold steel. Go. Yes, sir. Pillow's army now is doing some work. Let's go, boys. Here we go. Fire. This is looking good. This is looking good. Look at that. Robertson's cavalry doing Hardee's job for him, you might say. D's. Let's open fire on these boys. Go. Fire, 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 fire. Get there. Mixed cavalry weapons. Open up. Drop bodies, boys. All right. Never mind. Melee them. Yeah, look at all those. Look at all those Yankees. Freaking A. Freaking A. Okay, Imboden here is going to charge move out to the front. Imboden's brigade. Forward. After he gets those orders. And here comes Hardee. Still running into some trouble here. We got some guns up. Good. Running them off, boys. Boom. Keep up with them. Keep killing, boys. Keep killing. They're just winded. We are, anyway. Stay with them. Stay with them. These guys are tired now. You got this lone Yankee division here. The other one there. Let's go ahead and come back this way. There they are broken. So I would say we do this. We've got Trapier's brigade. He will come across to here. Not there. To here. Forney comes to here. Taillefer comes to there. Claiborne all the way over to here. Bragg, or rather Hardee. Okay. Everything's pretty kosher there. That looks good. Oh, look at here. Dees is going to get in there one more time. All right. Kill them all. Oh, wow. They're very tired. He's going to want to get out of there. He's broke. He's broke. Ah, a nasty melee down near the objective. How are we looking? All right, we got a minor victory that's going to become a major victory before we know it. And this attack over here just went splendidly. Whew. Fantastic, gentlemen. Fantastic. I think we'll have ourselves a victory this night. Booyah. Booyah. So what this should do is free us up to run over back. There we go. There it is right there, gentlemen. That is it for McClellan at the Cumberland Gap, I do believe. So we're going to take that. I'm going to take that for sure. Hayes, keep chasing them. Minty, go after them. Walker, not really anybody for him to go after right now. I got a whole hour to wrap this thing up. Woo, boy. Let's go Pegram. These guys, once they all start running, I'm going to come after them. First mount up. Let's just get everybody. Let's go there. Hayes, keep after him. Oh, he's exhausted now. Oh, well. Robertson, rally. Pegram, attack. Little mop-up duty here, folks. A little mop-up. Attack. Posey, see if we can hit them. Let's hit the road. Go to the road, please. There we go, there we go. Pegram's Cav now. Gonna ride into these boys. In melee. Ooh. Fantastic. Yeah. Prisoners, boys, prisoners. We want to kill it. We want to kill or capture. That's the idea here, boys. Kill or capture the enemy. Make it so that they cannot fight anymore. Pegram's cavalry doing the job here in the Cumberland Gap. My God. Is it time to bring Colonel Sanders in? Maybe so. Pegram breaks. Walker, get after him. Hayes is exhausted, but we could still charge them. Minty fresh. Oh, gosh, okay. He probably needs to get out of there. Attack. All right, let's take a look at the overall real quick. Bonk. Well, hey, buddy. Hey, that would be 2-to-1 easy, close to 3-to-1, I guess you might say. Yikes! 1,600 or more wounded, plus 600 dead, way more than I had. Oh my goodness! Wow, Pillow back on top after this one for sure. We lost 6 cannon. That's not great, but beautiful, beautiful victory. Love to have it. Love to see it. Love to have it. Love to see it. So now Pillow should be able to concentrate his army back toward Nashville and deal with Kearney once and for all. We may end up being able to combine forces with Albert Sidney and just basically drive the Union forces before us back into Kentucky once again. I've got a feeling that that's how this thing goes. Yeah, this little area, rocky area here, call that like the slaughter pen or something, right? Yeesh. Yeesh. Staying after them, fine. Good. We'll go 20 times and we'll be out. Driving them off once and for a long time, not all but a long time. A victory. 5,000 enemy casualties to barely 1,500 for me. I'd say old Gideon did a good one there. A good solid for the Confederacy. Way to be, boys. Way to be on that. Woo! First stream back from the big road trip, and we get ourselves a convincing victory. Wow. I love it. Let's go ahead and we want to work on that army a little bit in post-battle period. We need to upgrade their weapons. Got a bunch of troops there that are still working with Springfield muskets, for crying out loud. Let's see how many rifles we stole. Over 3,600 plus 8 guns. Fantastic. Department of the Ohio fleeing in panic. Finally, we have our victory out here. All right, it'll take some time. But McClellan is going to retrograde. They have their new Army of Kentucky. 500 men, though, so it isn't exactly an imposing force. The 1st Indian Cav under Ransom probably should stay put for the time being, I think. All right, we're waiting on reinforcements still there. The Battle of the Kentucky Fried Yankees. Good one, good one. So that was that. And you can see kind of where things stand still here. We've had, I'll just show you this in the strategy. So look at all this, baby. This is just, I love going back over this, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The 2nd Indian Cav over here raiding is going to continue making its way west. And raid, raid, raid. Let's go. That is George Anderson's troops. They've got Yankee armies after him. But all of this stuff, I'm going to show you what that's led to. 264 million. So we were at 222 million trade warfare in our favor to start the year. Now it's 264. It's just, you know, just one of those little things. And I'll show you a little bit as I explored the game earlier of kind of the effect that it's having. So let's go national debt. Okay, the Yankees are having to spend a little more, so their national debt is actually worse than ours. Their unemployment is worse than ours. Interest rates for the Yankees are better right now. Okay, fine. Their credit rating, that's because their credit rating is significantly better than ours, and it looks like it's bouncing back just a bit. We remain double B negative with a little bit of a boost, I think, from some projects or policies. Let's jump back into that army real quick. Donk. And let's start looking at, so Bushrod's troops. The frontline brigades here, they needed an upgrade. We can go with Springfield rifle muskets. Yeah. We need to replace Heath, right? These boys are from Alabama. So let's do a volunteer from Alabama. Sterling Wood. Let's do leadership. Sanders. Robert E. Rhodes. Let's do it. Robert E. Rhodes takes over. Oh, would you look at that. Okay, good, good, good. And we'll need... We got Springfield rifle muskets. Okay, good. Let's go... Lorenz rifles for Brown. Posey already has his plains rifles. That works great. Love it, love it, love it. Gladden here needs to upgrade. Plains rifle's not enough. Mississippi rifle. Bonk. All right. That was Gladden. Barton. Butler needs to upgrade. We'll give him some Augustins. Imboden needs to upgrade. We'll do the same with him. Tolliver, Forney, Claiborne, Trapier. They're good. These fellas could use some weapons upgrades. Do we have any cavalry weapons yet? Yes, the Springfield Musketoon. Let's go with that. Should have given it to these boys. Darn it. So let's go back. Let's go mix cavalry weapons with these boys. We'll give them back. And then Hayes with 1 star right here. We're going to upgrade them to the Springfield Musketoons. They kind of earned it. Hayes Brigade has been doing great for us. The entire campaign here with the Army of Tennessee, I got to say. The guy's doing good. The guy's doing real good. Wolford's 6-pounders could be upgraded to some 3-inch ordnance rifles. Let's do it. Pender has already got 10-pounders. 6-pounders could be upgraded to some 12-pound Napoleons. Let's do it. That's Macklemore. How about these? All these 6-pounders and 24. So how about these boys? 6-pounders get upgraded to some 14-pound James rifles. Let's do it. All right, so this army will be a little bit better equipped after all of that. Ruggles with 2 stars now. He's getting real close to becoming a major general. Just no avoiding it. Hardee here with 8,300 men. These guys, we got Forney and Tollifer's brigades. Those are two really good ones. Trapier, also solid. Claiborne, new brigade. We're going to have to remember all this stuff with their replacement stuff too. I'm going to go back to my list real quick. So we talked about the Lee family. We've got Stephen D. Lee, WHF Lee. So we need to find a Virginia brigade for him. We need to find a Virginia brigade for Lee in the Army of Virginia. So let's say we go to the actual headquarters. See if we can't get back. So North Carolina, Georgia, Georgia, Georgia. Okay. So what about, see, Walton? These guys get hurt. Richard Taylor, Colonel Thomas Drayton. He's got 2 stars now. His brigade's not all that great. Preston Smith's doing a great job as Brigadier General. Bryan, good Bryan. Louisiana, North Carolina, no. North Carolina, Nicaragua. Virginia under Van Dorn. Yeah, I would say we replace, let's say that Van Dorn gets a transfer order, and we'll bring in WHF Lee as a new infantry brigade commander under General Whiting's command for now. And we'll bake in a little bit of lore with a little LARPy Lee right here. 2,100 troops, fairly well experienced. Okay, that'll be good. I like that. And then Van Dorn, who would be eligible for a command. We'll see what we decide to do with him. Push and play. Push and play. Okay, we're still patrolling there. Good. And then next on my list. Oh, yes. Okay. We need to just kind of go back through. We are interested in maximizing the effect of that Mexico intervention policy that we went with, right? And now we're getting French weapons for cheap and in bulk. And we've got other things I think to consider here. Oh, Wolford Perk. Oh, I see. Yeah, hold on. Was that in this army? Was that the Army of Tennessee? Okay. No, it wasn't. It was Ewell, wasn't it? Where's Wolford? Where's Wolford? Where's Wolford? Where is he? Ah, crap. Was that Magruder? I forgot where Wolford is. Army of Virginia. Army of Tennessee. There he is. Wolford Perk. Boom. He has got 3-inch ordnance rifles. We're going to do skilled laying with them. Now let's check for... Okay, we got a perk here. Oh, all these artillery guys. We'll do flying battery. Right here like this, like that. Good, okay. So, there they go. All right, so now I would say it's time that we leave Hardee's division behind under Earl Van Dorn. Okay. Where is he? Where did he go? Oh crap. Okay. Grayshot, Walker, Garnett, Thomas Harrison, Junius. Ooh, Junius Daniels actually looking pretty good. But he's a colonel though. Can't do that. Porterfield, Lewis, Coleman. All right, cancel that. It will be Henry McCulloch who takes over, and it'll be the Department of Cumberland, Department of East Tennessee. Boom. All right. And we'll have to add some artillery for him, I think. And we'll bring it in from, let's go with our garrisons. And let's try to get maybe one of our forts that has a bunch of artillery with it. Yeah, none of it's arrived yet. Okay. Yeah, shoot. Okay, that's all right. So we'll have to go with the Army of the Northwest. Joseph E. Johnston. Let's go ahead and pull Nichols Battery out and put it with the Department of East Tennessee, like so. And we'll reorganize these guns. One 10-pound Parrott rifle under Pender. Love that. I tell you what, let's actually switch this. Oh, if we combine these two, what'll happen? Oh, they'll turn back into 6-pound field guns. Okay, fine. So let's do that. 10-pound Parrott rifles. We're producing them now. So, fantastic. Wright, Henry, and Wright, Hill. Let's do some more 10-pounders. Why not? Let's do some more 1,200 Napoleons. Why not? All right. Let's take Fry's guns and do the same thing with them. Transfer them over. All right, right there. And we'll call that done. Okay, the Department of East Tennessee stays, and then the rest of the Army of Tennessee goes. About 18,000 men. We're going to board trains first to Chattanooga. Off we go, double time. We'll keep this depot intact, but we'll move it down into the yellow. Right? And then I wanted to talk more about, so I wanted to just get that done. Pillow is going to retrograde back toward Chattanooga in this area here. Probably move up toward Murfreesboro. And then we're going to put a plan together for a campaign on this end. Probably have Pillow move this way. A.S. Johnson pressures from over here. And have ourselves a battle where maybe one can support the other on the other side of the battle map when it all finally comes together. But I do want to kind of wait on that. I expect that they may make a move at me over here sooner rather than later. We'll have to see what happens. Oh, thank you, D-Hang. Appreciate you. Thank you to everybody who decided to hang tonight. But I did want to take a look at finances here, since we've got diplomacy subsidies. I wanted to kind of gauge. I want to do a little bit of math. So right now, over the next year, we will be able to garner a little over 11.4 million in military subsidies as it is. So 11.4, right? So what I definitely want of military subsidies right off the bat is I want to begin the artillery reform probably first. All right. We're kind of gauging, like, what with military subsidies, what do we need? What do we really need with military subsidies? For sure, because we've pushed military subsidies as hard as I feel like we should be pushing them for a little while. So this is going to take 850,000, so not, shoot. Okay, so that's a fraction of 11 million. Cavalry Reform 2 will be another million or so call it $2.5 million. Right there. Another level of training manuals would be cool. For 2.1, okay, let's call that, say, 4-ish. Military education, what would this do? So each level of this project allows one more military academy to be constructed. Okay, got it. I don't. The South has all of its military academies. It's got a ton of them. Oh, the recruitment offices, that was the other one. So actually, I think What we're going to be doing here is I'd love to try to stave off conscription, right? And I'll talk more about policies here in a bit, but there's something interesting that I've thought about as it relates to the way that we might execute on conscription and the draft, and kind of like a new spin on it, a new way to think about it. Since we're doing so good and we're winning the war right now as the South, that you could even spin a draft in a positive light, where if there's already so many men that can, that want to volunteer but just haven't been able to get into their recruitment office, well, we'll have a lottery and we'll choose who gets to go. Is kind of the way that I might spin that, because the idea of a conscription act at this point, while we have them outnumbered right now, I would love to push the manpower battle, the manpower race a little bit. But I see only really, at least as far as kind of the track that we were going here, military railroad, that would be huge. Logistics reform is the other one. How much do we need for this? So that's another $3.5 million. So what I would say is I want enough to do logistics, recruitment offices, artillery reform, and cavalry reform too. Like, that's what I want right there. And that would be maybe $7 million or so. So let's go back over to our finances right here. We're going to bring our military subsidies down to about 8.5. And over the next year into 1863, we'll check all those boxes off of the list of projects for military funding. And then we're going to go into our policies real quick. Okay, and I think I'm ready to turn this one off, cancel it. Except I'm worried. I think that this stays. Since it's an act, I think it stays in effect. Except, do we have 8 of 12? Okay, so the other thing was in projects was to go with propaganda, right? This helps boost support in loyal states. And then you do propaganda and then recruitment offices, multiple levels of it, and that should help to boost the volunteer pool and just kind of keep it afloat so you don't have to use conscription. But like I say, conscription is something I think I might end up wanting to do anyway, as kind of like a push the envelope on the manpower edge and try to make the Union spend more money on filling its ranks with draftee troops or whatever, is maybe what I might want to do. But again, I think we're going to take military subsidies down. I think we're going to have diplomacy subsidies, though, are going to go up. We're going to go 16.64 million is fine. And what I'd love to do is we're going to go a speed run to the French Minet rifle. So we've got another 1.5 million to go with that, and I'd love to buy those in bulk for sure. I would love it if we could get this or this, the Glar class, 10 million, right? So that would be basically the rest of the subsidy and the rest of the subsidy spending on diplomacy for the rest of the year. And we could get ourselves some Glar class ironclads maybe for late 1863. Or we could do these, and these could make some great commerce raiders. Okay? Ocean-going, the French ironclad rams, the ships are constructed in France. So ironclad rams, what do those mean? Ironclad frigate? No. Ironclad gunboat, ironclad river gunboat, ironclad turret ship. Nope. Ironclad warship. Nope. Ocean casemate ironclad. Nope. Oh, that's interesting though. Ironclad ship of the line. Ooh, that would be the French one for sure. I got to take a look at all these to make sure I've got this right. I don't think I know. We got to find it by the way that it looks here. It looks like here. I don't see it. This French ship that we're looking at trying to get down the road. already got those. There it is. Is that it? No. Okay, yeah, no, I already... There it is. That's it. Ocean Ironclad Ram. So that takes... Yeah, we've got all this stuff. No problem. Required port level 4, but it's in France, so that's fine. Cool. All right. So that's, I think, maybe what we push for on the diplomacy side, along with the French rifles. Go with that. Now this, we have to maybe watch out for a little bit here. In the East, I was a little worried about this too. The Long Island Sound Squadron number 3. You have these two battered Union armies that retreated all the way back to here into Delaware. Holy moly. Holy mackerel. Here comes Pillow on the double quick. He's in the yellow. He's in the yellow. Keep it lively, boys. Hope everybody's having a good time tonight as we watch along. Oh, this was the other thing. Maybe the little viewer input on this right here. The Army of the Missouri, now under Sterling Price, formerly under Henry McCulloch. He now takes command over near Knoxville. But these 15,000 men under Price, they need some help. We need more guns. We need more guns. I would say we attach some new cannon out of Missouri. Yep. Let's do big batteries. The bigger the better. I like that. I like that. Let's go with another one. And no, we won't do Maxi. We're going to have to change that up. Another Missouri battery. Bring the troops in from Missouri while you can. Let's get an artilleryman. What if we did a volunteer artilleryman from Missouri? William Wade. Assigned. Macklemore. Volunteer. Okay, fine. From Missouri, fine. That'll work for me. Army of the Missouri. Okay, we got 12 more cannons. And we will try to upgrade them to our 12-pound field guns for one of them. And then for the other, 24-pound howitzers. All right, and Price will now have closer to 20 guns. Good deal, good deal. Okay, very good. All right, now he wants to build a depot, is what he wants to do. Right there. Good. All right. He and Richard Anderson are going to try to work with one another. I think Anderson advances to here as he gets that built. Pillow continues his movement here. The big thing was we protected these iron mines, right? Speaking of which, these boys right here. Golly, we're so close. That's another big one that I'm looking forward to. 400,000 to go. Love it, love it, love it. I know, mechanized. You're right. That's the other one. Project Farm Mechanization. We're going to want to go for that because it helps boost recruits. So farm mechanization, propaganda, and recruitment offices. That is something that kind of is, as the South, you can help, or the North for that matter. You can go a long way to helping yourself bolster your ranks. All right. Let that clock run on. Managed to make it through a few days across the stream. Go figure. When you have a battle in the stream, it's kind of how it goes. It's kind of how it goes. Did get our monthly intelligence and economy report. Let's see what we got. They're working on military too. Okay. Not surprised. They did do cavalry reform, so they've got big cavalry brigades now, or they will. They didn't recruit any new ones, though. So it looks like they're going to try to furlough in order to fill the ranks. Now they're carrying out offensive operations again, it looks like. Yeah, this is a bogus economy report. We're going to have to wait till we cross into June, I think. Maybe then I'll have officer loss report. Colonel Henry Heath. Alfred Cumming, or, yep, okay. That, I think those were old messages. I think those were just old messages. Yeah, we're working on trying to bring in more of our, so how far, see, we're waiting a good long time for these ironclads, boys. Good long time. There's still, I think there's still one Union Army up here. I sense that it might be good to get a corps out to Frederick. I really do. Let's do it. Let's have Magruder do it. Or rather, let's have Ewell head out there. Let's have him take double quick. Go on. Okay, and maybe he'll be bait, and maybe they'll attack south from there with their eastern armies. We shall see. Okay. Pillow has arrived. He will now move to here by rail. And Fort Watkins garrison. Get in there. To Fort Kimball. Fort Kimball. Right here. So, can we put it? See, that's just it. We just can't put them in there. Dadgummit. All right. So, can we right-click and put them inside? Exchange units with the fort. Yeah, no. That's weird. So, that's where A.S. Johnson will be there near Fort Kimball. We'll have the Raging Cajun Squadron in support right there. Good. As these two armies just kind of, decide what they're going to do. We could come back, retake Nashville with Pillow. Most likely. I think that's what we'll see happen there. Finish building this depot. It's going to take some time. Oh, then the other move I was going to do. The rest of Deschler's move down to Galveston. Taking the trains. Yes, sir. Very good. Here we go. June 1st. All right. B- economic report. Our debt remained unchanged. That's nice. We are in recovery, below average wealth, but increasing. Our tax revenues increased by $61 million in the last month. Wow. Total export volume was $879 million. Imports, $792. Corporate production, up $7.6 million. Fantastic. Still don't have locomotives, coffee, or artillery ammunition. Maybe not the best. Okay, the economy is doing pretty well, guys, generally speaking. So, we're hurting for certain because of the blockade in Virginia. We're hurting for certain because of the blockade down near Charleston. But everywhere else, including New Orleans, we're doing pretty good. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. Yeah, I don't think that you can actually win Maryland. What happens is, I think what you do is you just take Maryland's production capacity, pretty much. So what I really would like is to be able to put the Army in a position now that we've got D.C. Oh, by the way, we needed to do this. Let's bring this one back to yellow. Okay, they still got the fort outside Annapolis right here, right? So they still have this little enclave right here. Oh, you're talking about... I see you, Phil. I see you, Phil. You're going to make an argument. Now you pick that hill and you're going to die on it, aren't you? 38th U.S. Congress to be chosen. Democratic support rising. Lincoln needs a victory. Oregon votes Republican. I like this little bit of history, a little tidbit right here. Let's read, shall we? The 1862 United States elections are held in the midst of a civil war. Members of the 38th United States Congress are chosen in this election. The election started today and the Oregon votes are in. The single seat from Oregon will change from Democrat to Republican. The elections will continue until November 1863, but the majority of seats will be decided during and before the election day, November 4th, 1862. What is certain already is that there will be vacancies, as many seceded states are unrepresented. In previous elections, the Republicans won 108 seats, while the Democratic Party won only 45. This time, the Democratic support is already much higher, with many in the party opposing Lincoln's leadership in the crisis. Samuel Silicon Sunset Cox, leader of the Democratic Party, is expecting a landslide victory. In the Confederacy, the people are hoping for Democratic victory, as this would undermine Lincoln's ability to fight the war and probably result in peace negotiations with the South. So, here we are, guys. Right? Okay, but their national support's still 78. We have to drive that 19 more points down. Let's look way out west here. We're still rating. Very well. Good, good, good. Okay, we're moving back here. In the yellow, we need to give this a minute. I would love it if he attacked. I think he knows that I would love it, and so he's not doing it. I would love to get locked into a siege right here so that Pillow could come and close the door on him and end the Union hopes of holding Nashville. That's what I would love. No doubt about it. I would really, really want to come back. Did we burned Chicago up. I'd love to come back here and do it all again. Did we not get all the way to Chicago, though? I don't think we actually did. I don't think I actually did. I mean, you're not wrong about the regulars. So let's see. This is just it. Military experience now. We are 8 above them. We would lose 5 if we did regulars. And he's talking about... oh, shoot. Are we doing something right now? Yes, we're doing industrialization. Whew. He's talking about doing this right here. Creating a, I think it's 6 free... new high-quality regulars brigades. I'm getting closer to being compelled to go ahead and do it and add kind of like a guards division to the Eastern armies, let's say, or same sort of thing, but for Pillow out west and making it so that we can go ahead and take Kentucky. It's very compelling. Oh, this was the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. I've never noticed this before. This army now has the Army of the Missouri, formerly the Army of Arkansas, the opportunity to make an elite battle flag. To honor this unit, you may choose an elite battle flag as soon as all of the perk slots have been assigned, which they have been. So why don't we put together. Oh my gosh, look at these. Oh, that's a neat looking one. Oh my. I'm trying to think of the historic. This is it. I think this is the one. Let's just do something really unique here. Like that. Look at all of these. Ah, man. I guess I kind of like this one, although it's just not that historically accurate. The midterms is the cutoff, yeah, for both Missouri and Kentucky. I think I like this one right here. Let's do it. Boom. That'll be our elite battle flag. And maybe that'll show, I'll be really interested to see how that shows up on battle maps, on the tactical battle maps, when the battles happen. All right, so we should have some intel out here. We're taking Frederick. We're going to go scout. Army Northeastern Virginia is still here with about 13,000 men. See, these guys are in... They're in a bad way. And then there's another army there. I think they're also not very strong. I'm thinking the Army of the Northwest. I don't know. Thinking a lot of things. Oh, okay. That was Louisiana. Well, it's all right. Got to get this depot built. What else was on my my to-do list here? We did the elite battle flag just then. I wanted to talk through, again, policies. So Phil addressed that just a little bit. Right. So I think what I should do now is a run for the Bank Act, kind of, sort of. And also, real quick, let's just dial this down to 8. Okay. So we've got 2 more policies that we could easily fit with the diplomacy that we've already done. Okay. We want to leave some room to get to military 3 question mark, but we really don't need it. Probably. We're not going to be able to do industry or agriculture past 2. So we might do King Cotton 1 at some point, but government funding is what I'm going to want to focus on here. And we're going to run down to the Bank Act, right? And that is just going to be huge because it adds like $120 million in government revenue every single year. On top of these 2, on top of war bonds, it'll be huge. And I think we'll end up doing Revenue Act. Like basically I think the main brunt of our effort behind the scenes, now that we've done this right here with diplomacy and things and trying to procure weapons from overseas, is to just take care of our government's financial situation. And then, hang tight, stay aggressive, and do the best that we absolutely can. See them moving now? Department of the West. 13,000 men. We're going to move here. We'll let them keep coming if they want. Getting a little rest here. Let's go into defensive. Go ahead. Attack me there, Carney. Do it. Do it. You know you want to. Oh, well, what are you going to do? 2.5 hour stream so far tonight. Had 1 battle. I know we haven't made too many days here. I'll tell you what. How How far away could Yule's Wing get? Yeah, not very. Okay. He couldn't get close enough to these. Oh, sweet. Okay, sweet. We got him now. I imagine these armies are going to move down this way. That's huge for us to be getting that iron right there. Huge, huge, huge. Let's go to goods and trade and let's just take a look. Iron production. 54.84K. All right. Well, that's not that great. I think the very last thing I might want to try and do here. I don't know if I've got time. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have time tonight, gentlemen. I think we're going to have to wait for the next stream on this one because it's gone up to 4.6 million. It fluctuates the cost for the subsidy upgrade. That's the way that rolls, man. Boy, what a fun stream tonight, though. We've got more to come. More to come, gentlemen. So much more of this war to fight. But for now, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a night. You guys have been great. Thank you for being here. As we make our return to streaming live here, Grand Tactician and Alternate History Gaming. I am Bank60s, your humble and gracious player host as always. Everybody, thank you for joining in the chat tonight. As always, don't forget to click that thumbs up button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. Hit the notification bell when the VOD posts. Get on your mobile device, watch for 5 minutes, hit the hype button. That would be really helpful as well. And don't forget to comment on everything we put out here. Check the posts tab on the channel to check the detailed stream release and video release schedule for each week. I try to put that out in a timely manner on Sundays. And of course, now that we're back in the saddle for real and for good, we're going to get back into it, guys. And would love to get crowded into the saloon like we have been so many times in the past weeks. And also want to take a look, of course, at what Grand Tactician's got to come, our favorite game that we're playing here on the channel as we continue forward. Love you all. Thank you all for being here once again. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.